Hello guys and welcome back to Planet Rust. Before you start watching this episode, I'd just like to say a few things. Firstly, some of you may know I had to be called off urgently for family business, so this whole episode was recorded on quite a budget setup, if you will. So please do excuse the visual quality. It's not up to its usual standards, and I'm really, really sorry about that. It does get better as the episode progresses, so bear with it, and I promise future episodes will be very good quality, back to how it usually is. I've just finished editing this whole thing right now. I'm tired as hell, but I wanted to say this. So I hope you enjoy the video, guys, and of course, stay coy. By the way, go into the video settings and change it to 4K resolution. It might do me some good. Cheers. Bye-bye. The hunter, much like myself, prides himself on his ability to hunt boar. This task, challenging already, is heightened by the apparition of the dastardly Rage Clan. They use guns. My father always said, if you use a gun to do a bow's work, then you're not really a hunter at all. You're a cheat. He did also say, always leave them wanting more. And that just cost him his job in disaster relief. Thinking about it, my father might not have the most stellar advice. I remember when he told me to invest in bonds, but seemed alarmed and disappointed when I showed up with 100 copies of Goldfinger. That man. Maybe his wisdom simply eludes me. The hunter has been on the road now with Blade and Captain for some time. He grows weary of the constant repetition of hunting and surviving. He longs for the comfort that his cabin and Albion once gave him. I am reminded of one of my heroes, Captain Scott, renowned adventurer and explorer. And just like the poor captain, the hunter doesn't want to disappear for some time. They need to find a permanent solution, and fast. The dying light trickles through the tree leaves. Our hunter thinks to himself about life, everything. He's concerned. He doesn't have any marshmallows. Could this day, honestly, get any worse? Marshmallows are the key to his survival. Without them, he is simply nothing. His very core aches for the soft, gooey warmness of a roasted marshmallow, and yet he has nothing in his hands. Wait. A torch. Come on, boys. Battle stations. Rage Clan scouts have been the bane of the trio's existence over the past few days. They will not leave them alone. Rage Clan know the hunter's out here. They're just trying to locate him. That's why it's so important, nay, essential, that they eliminate every scout before they get the chance to report back. This simply won't do. They're going to have to move on again. Blast. The trio wait until morning, gather up their things hastily, and then head off into the fresh light. The hunter is a firm believer in a new dawn, a new day. It means a lot to him. One can start afresh every single morning and redefine themselves. But don't worry, he's not into astrology. That shit is bloody bonkers. Much like the endangered mountain lion, the hunter and his two companions skulk through the shallow grass. Endangered being the key word there. The hunter's aware, with no base, not many supplies, that any fight could very well be their last. As such, the trio are very cautious. I mean, you know what they say, life is like a box of chocolates. It doesn't last very long if you're fat. Wait, what was that? My word, an outpost. Probably Rage Clan again. There's a man in that tower. Will he attack? What was I thinking? Of course he'll bloody attack. This is Rust. KOS is just par for the course. Well, let's hope he's bitten off more than he can oh shit, there's a lot of them. This particular altercation reminds me fondly of my time in the Battle of Rorke's Drift during the Anglo-Zulu War of 1879. There, Walter and I were, cowering in the trenches with only 150 comrades at our side, and against us, over 4,000 aggressive Zulu warriors. Despite their impressive numbers, our use of superior weapons and tactics resulted in a vast victory. Walter and I decided to remove our names from the history books to give some of the other lads the credit that they deserved. I mean, it's no fun if it just says, Walter and LOLOUT destroyed everyone, is it? Blade advances on the hostiles and downs one. But wait, the arrows are stopping. Is Blade helping him up? The captain and the hunter run down to join his side. These men are not Rage Clan. They are a small group of scared survivors, so used to the constant assaults and barrages by Rage Clan that firing first is their only means of defense. The hunter understands. After one of the most peculiar, bizarre, and strange transitional fades of all time, the hunter begins to get to know the local residents. Thank you for the meat, sir. The community here welcome the hunter and his brigade with open arms. His reputation evidently precedes him. The hunter gazes upon the much smaller and less impressive Venice of Rust. The entire place is built into the water. It's obvious how they get their food. It seems to the hunter that this homestead may be the one last dying light of hope for this server. It has yet to be taken over by Rage Clan, and is big enough to support a very large garrison. Plus, the plentiful food this place produces means that people can live in relative comfort. For a moment, the hunter allows himself to become hopeful. He has found friends here, friends with big bows that know how to use them. Although the towering metropolis known as Albion has fallen, that does not necessarily mean it cannot be rebuilt. Acorns grow into towering oak trees. The hunter is very aware of this. But there is even better news. The place has a tavern, which means it's time to drink. That chap over there looks a little bit worse for wear. It might be time for you to head off home, buddy. With a shake of his head, the mayor of this town sends the scallywag to bed, and comes in to join the hunter for an ale. Music, laughter, and merriment fill the air as the men gather round, drink, and change stories of distant wars and lands. The hunter relishes in telling the tales of the time he previously fought Rage Clan, and shoved their flag directly up their rectum. I remember Walter and I finding ourselves in a tavern just like this, after our famous victory at the Battle of Agincourt. Ah, the 100-Year War. Those are some fond memories. King Henry V, Edward of York, Humphrey of Lancaster, and of course, Walter and Jacob. Yes, we gave the French a bit of a duffing, and we drank heartily, much like the hunter, which of course meant terrifying, turbulent, tumulous hangovers. Not coy in the slightest. The hunter is restless, haunting dreams of the past plaguing his sleep. Battles, bloodshed, bangs, and senseless loss of human life. Good times indeed. He recalls the haunting cry. He shakes as he recalls the pain, the difficulty, the nightmare, and then he awakes. Oh hey Blade, how's it going? Don't mind me, just having a bit of a flashback. Oh, where were we? Let me just check my notes. Newtown, hunter, buy scotch. Oh, okay, yes. The hunter emerges. A good night's sleep under his belt. It's time to make a plan. Rage Clan have to be dismantled. The mayor suggests that the town gathers in the hall and discusses a plan of action. They have information which, apparently, is pertinent to the hunter's mission. Like a trail of breadcrumbs, the townspeople follow the hunter into the hall. breadcrumbs, what the fuck? After everyone is sat down, they begin to tell the hunter what they know. There is a rage base, situated upon a mountain just a short walk from the homestead. It is run by a captain who has an LR in his possession. However, the news gets better than that. This captain is a buffoon and a coward. He has run from the homestead several times in feigned assaults. He is not accurate nor skilled with his weapon, and therefore, it'll be much better use in the hunter's hands. Securing this weapon and eliminating the captain would give the hunter and his team the edge they need to really do some damage to Rage Clan. All the hunter wants is a level playing field. Is that too much to ask? He decides a minimalist approach is the best method to attack, so he orders Blade to stay behind and guard the homestead with the others while he leaves with the captain. He and the captain will try to infiltrate the base, eliminate the captain, and secure the LR. During the short walk, the hunter analyzes every arena of attack he can think of. The place is situated on top of a mountain, so stealthily sneaking in might not be too easy. The hunter does, however, in his possession have a captain of the Rangers, a certain captain that very much loves to use flaming arrows, so maybe a diversion is on the cards. My word, the mayor wasn't joking. It's right on top of the fucking mountain, and it's quite an impressive structure indeed. The hunter must think logically about his next step. What does he know? He knows he can ascend the mountain from the right-hand side, however he doesn't know the internal catacombs that building would contain. The last thing he wants is to get lost. He doesn't want to enter the building and be drawn into close quarters combat unnecessarily. So a plan forms. Much like a piece of cheese bound to a length of string entices a mouse, the hunter will do the same thing with the captain of the Rangers. Dangle him in front of the guards, drawing their attention. When that's happening, the hunter will flank round the back to reunite with the captain later. The plan is good. The guards will be distracted, useless. And then, just like a comedian with irritable bowel syndrome, it'll be shits and giggles. Rage Clan pepper the mountaintop with their buckshot, whilst the captain nonchalantly fires back. It seems like the Rage Clan commandant with the LR hasn't even shown up yet. The coward probably doesn't want to get an arrow in his chops. All this banging and blasting allows the hunter to once again emanate his most valuable role model, Sir Edmund Hillary. He shall ascend this mountain just like the great man himself. After reaching the top, yet another problem presents itself. This twat in the tower. Before the hunter is able to advance on the base, he's going to have to get rid of this guy. Unfortunately, a familiar nemesis raises its ugly head to the hunter. A 3-foot-high wall. Damn and blast. Let's see him deal with this. First time, for God's sake, material for this is just so hard now. Like a ghost, the hunter silently sweeps through the tower. He gets near the top, where the gunman lies. He's facing away. Extraordinary. If every game with action and stealth ever has taught me anything, it's that a single whistle will attract anyone. The news is good. Rage Clan are still trying to find the captain, but the hunter knows he's long gone. These fuckers are firing into nothing. If there's one thing Rage Clan are good at, it's wasting ammunition. Demonstrated here perfectly. Enough wasting time. The hunter better get a move on. The captain was waiting just where they arranged. Fantastic. Now, let's sneak up round the back and lay some fire down. Rage Clan won't be expecting the hunter and the captain to come up from the back. Fingers crossed it makes them panic, so they scurry back into their little holes. The captain's fire rains from the sky, and the hunter's terrible proficiency with the bow truly illustrates itself. Come on, hunter. Very impressive, you hit a dying man's foot. Nice. Fucking nice. Right, now let's assess the situation. The rest of them ran inside, assumingly with the captain. The hunter will grab a pipe shotgun to give them the edge in the combat. Here we go. Bugger me sideways on a Sunday, there's quite a few of them in there. Nice spear, hunter. They seem to have cleared off the welcoming party. Sorry. Like a lightly charred serpent, the hunter crawls through these dark passageways. There's no telling where the next rage member may be. Like right there, for example. Nice. Straight in the head. Frame drops mean nothing to the hunter. He continues chasing his prey. Flames, arrows, and corpses litter the surroundings. The captain's doing his job very well. The hunter, however, is fine with just burning himself repeatedly. After some time, he finds his way around the back. And there he is, the captain and his bodyguard. Well, let's get rid of one of them. Wow, the villagers weren't lying. Look at him. Weak little man. The strongest thing about him is his password. He gives up his gun without second thought. The last of the Rage clan. They're being beaten. Like pigs to the slaughter, they follow suit of their leader, throwing their guns down and surrendering. Well, I'm sorry, chaps. That's not good enough. The hunter gave them a chance, but they attacked Albion, and now it's time for revenge. The hunter has beaten them before, broken down the tyrannical ways, and they have the gall to surrender to him. Get fucked. You there, go and tell your leader. Tell him of the hunter's exploits. Make sure that he is afraid. Rage Clan shall not be granted any mercy. They deserve none of it. Mission success. Look at the hunter's little treasure. Now they have some serious firepower to combat Rage Clan. The hunter and his men are no longer living out of campfires in woodland bushes. They now have a place to call home, a people of their own, and a weapon to defend themselves. The walk back to the homestead was uninterrupted by any Rage Clan scouts. The hunter appreciated the sun on his cheeks, the wind in his hair. Things were looking up. Blade stood guarding the door, just where the hunter posted him. Fantastic. The trio were united once again. The mayor of the town approaches the hunter, just in time for him to show off his new toy. The mayor is happy. He informs the hunter that someone wishes to speak with him. The man resides in the house at the end of the pier. The captain heads into the tavern for a well-earned pint. You've deserved it, chap. Here is the man. Looks like a fisherman, just like the rest. The man is blank behind the eyes. He promises to fight by the hunter's side. He vouches to help the hunter in any way he can, and then proceeds to tell his story. He was a pilot for an army in a faraway land. His plane crash-landed here quite some time ago. He had to survive on his own, but now he lives here with the rest of them. Before the hunter can reply, they are interrupted. What now?